Yay!
Hola.
Hi, hola, hola. This is more like it. I'm so sorry for just now because I didn't really realize, right? Because we were rushing our lunch, okay? And then after that, it's like once I go live, it's like, how come I cannot see anything yet? Because the phone is the other way around. All right, finally here. Okay, we are at Valencia still. Today's weather is slightly better. At least touch wood, it's not raining yet. Okay, right. Just now the sun was brighter. Now it's a bit gloomy, but it's okay. Okay, I'm sure everything will be fine. Just want to see if there's anyone following now. If you're following, do let us know. Okay, whether you can hear us clearly. Okay, and you can see us clearly. Okay,
Yes.
as I mentioned. Today's session, you finished, Sharon?
Yeah, I haven't, no. I have a whole bunch to share. Just
okay.
wanted to say a quick hi, and of course, today's session is one of those very popular ones.
Yeah,
Usually
the
for the
popular
year.
ones, hopefully. Okay, watching from UK. Okay, Imi, watching from UK. Thank you. All right. So just let me know if you can hear, okay, us clearly, and you can see visual. I mean visual. If you cannot really see that clear, it's okay lah. Most important thing is the sound. Okay, because there's a lot of sharings. Right? There's a lot of notes that we've prepared. Okay, we're going to talk about spring cleaning. Right, good evening there. Hi, Chang Feng. Okay, right. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Sasam. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Right, so because we're having a mic here, so the sound might be a bit loud. So you will have to, in a way, how to say, adjust your volume accordingly. Okay, as I mentioned. Right, today's session itself, right, okay, it's all about spring cleaning. I'm going to share with you is like, why is spring cleaning that important? I mean, a lot of people, hi Romax, okay, hi Shok Yi, okay, Romax, okay. So yeah, I see a lot of like hellos from your side. Hi Peggy, right, a lot of like Judith, Michael here, thank you for all your comments. I really appreciate it, okay. But the thing is, I might miss some of your comments or your greetings, okay. Please excuse us because the screen that I see, okay, on that particular phone, okay, that is going live now is actually very limited, okay. So yeah, hi, Lau Tek Hok, okay, hello, thank you, okay, for tuning in. As I mentioned, okay, today I'm going to talk about like spring cleaning. Why is it so important, especially if you're Chinese, right? Okay, right. I'm sure that you have heard ever since that you're a child. I mean, for me, definitely, right? Okay, when I was a child, my parents, especially my mom, my father is really a free thinker. He doesn't really follow so much of like all these cultural things or whatever, right? Okay, especially my mom, okay, she will insist, okay, that we will have to do what we call 大掃除. 大掃除 is actually a spring cleaning just right before Chinese New Year, where you know you have, because at that time, okay, I mean I don't come from a very well-to-do family, but we do have this carpet at home, okay, and those carpet are like with a very rough type carpet, right? So I know that every year before Chinese New Year is something that my brother and I are dreading, right? Because it's like every time you have to really scrub the carpet, okay, to remove the dust from it. And there's no vacuum cleaner at that time. I mean, probably there is some in the market, but it's just that we can't afford one. So we have to do it manually. We have to, in a way, like remove all the cushion cover. Okay, at the time it's like still cushion cover. I remember we have to scrub the rugs, okay, and the carpet, okay, and we have to wipe everything at home, okay, change like the curtains and stuff like that, okay, and we have to wash them, and after washing and everything, and we have to put everything back again. And of course, it's a chore between my mom, my brother, and myself, okay. So but as a child, I've never really understand. It's like, why are we doing this? Is like, okay, why do we need to do it? Okay, but I just know that, okay, you have to do it because mom says do, okay? Right, so today I'm going to share in like my in a way, it's like my realizations, okay, and my little knowledge about like spring cleaning in my own opinion. What is it exactly, okay, from a Chinese perspective, Chinese metaphysics perspective, and why is it that important? Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
And I'm going to contribute whatever perspective from me. I am, not as well versed with cultural practices. Of course, like Jessie is. But yeah, with my analysis as well, hopefully to chime in as well here and there in terms of this particular topic, right? Spring cleaning the physical space,
Yes.
and then also our personal individual energy bodies as well.
Yeah. And I really get into it full-fledged is when I started working in the temple when I was 12 years old. I was helping the temple, and you know that every year itself, right, okay, towards the end of the year, people will come to the temple to ask for dates, okay? So they will ask for dates to actually spring clean the home. They will ask for dates to Wun San Hong. Wun San Hong means it's like they clean the altar or the altar is a totally different date itself. You know, the Chinese, they have like the red ribbons and all the flowers on the altar and all these things, right? So you have to select a date to do those. And then when I was in the temple, I know that this is the information that we need to provide to people. Okay, so today I'm going to share exactly what is spring cleaning and why is it important. Okay, but before we start on to that, I really would appreciate, okay, to all of you here who are tuning in, please do help me, okay, or help us to share this feed out, okay, on your Facebook so that it can actually reach more people, okay?
Yes.
Leanne feeling warm and fuzzy, okay, all over feeling here, okay? All right. Okay.
Yes, a whole bunch of Soul Journey family here.
Yes, okay.
Right.
Thank you for tuning in.
That's right.
Katie
Thanks for
Go
tuning in.
also there, all right?
Yes,
Thank
hi
you for tuning in.
That's right. To my sister. Hi, Lelim. Is
Okay.
also watching this as well.
Yeah, okay.
Hi,
So,
Lelim.
yeah, so first of all, okay, I want to talk about spring cleaning first. Now, overall, right, okay, like, oh, Common Heng is also there. Hi,
Hello.
okay, right. Nice to
Hi, Man
actually
Heng.
see all of you here,
Yes.
okay. So, first of all, like, I got too excited to say hi, and then after that, I got distracted. You know, I can really get distracted, right? Okay, right. So, now, first of all, it's like spring cleaning itself, right, is a process of like a detox process, okay. So a lot of times I find that over the years, right, okay, as my services in the temple and all these things, I find that people in a way have forgotten the all-rounder, the overall meaning of the spring cleaning itself, okay? Because most of the time, okay, the traditions, okay, or the culture is always about asking for a date to clean the house, okay? Which is important, but in terms of Chinese metaphysics, when I dwell into this deeper and I understand that, okay, spring cleaning means that, okay, every year before the official arrival of spring, okay, which is like Chinese New Year, for Chinese, those who are celebrating, or if not, even though you're not celebrating, you know that every year itself, on the solar calendar, February 4th itself is the official arrival of spring. So normally what we do is, okay, before this official arrival of spring, okay, we want to clean, okay, or cleanse, okay, our house, okay, in order for it to get ready for the new energy. Because every year, the Tai Sui or the Grand Duke Jupiter, okay, every year the stars shift, okay, in terms of position. Actually, every moment is shifting, okay. By the time it goes to a new year, it goes into a totally new reset. And when it shifts, okay, when it goes into a new reset, we want to prepare, okay, the home itself so that it's ready, okay, for a new energy to, in a way, reside or get into the house. That is from the feng shui perspective. All right?
Yes.
Now, besides clearing stagnant energies from the home and all these things, like one thing I want to, in a way, highlight, okay, to everyone is, okay, a lot of time people pay attention to only cleaning the house, but they've forgotten that besides the home itself in Chinese metaphysics, there are three aspects that we have to pay attention to, okay? That's the heaven, earth, and man, okay? In Chinese, we call it 天時地利人和, the three aspects, which along the years itself, I see that a lot of people have forgotten this tradition, okay? Especially, okay, for people who, like, in a way, like, are not like doing prayers at home or whatever. Because you see, heaven, earth, and man, in terms of spring cleaning, you see, heaven's sort of like cleaning comes to anything that holds the heaven's energy. Now, the heaven's energy, I would say that those of you who have like whatever religion that you're in, if you have an altar at home, okay, the altar, okay, holds the heaven's energy. Right, whenever you do a specific offerings or prayers at home, okay, right, you have like, whether you're a Taoist, whether you're Buddhist, whether even if you're Christian, you have a dedicated altar to do your meditations, to do your manifestation. This is representations of the heavens part, okay, of things. So remember, when it comes to spring cleaning, you have to clean, okay, our connections with the heavens, I will say, our energy as well at home. That is in a way represented by the altar, okay? And then the next thing is, okay, we also talk about, all right, okay, the earth perspective. Now, heaven, earth, man. Earth, we talk about environment, our house, okay? When we clean, right, we rearrange the energy of our office, our home, okay, right, a surrounding environment. That is part of the earthly matter, which is highly practiced, okay. Everyone wants to clean their house, they want to sweep, they want to cleanse the energy, and this is under the feng shui perspective. Right? Because feng shui falls into 地利, okay, or the earthly luck matter. This is in a way to cleanse the energy of earth, representations of energy of earth itself. Example, our home, okay? Clean it so that new energy can be recollected in this particular, I would say, home itself. temple. Our home is the temple of feng shui. Okay, it's a temple to collect feng shui qi, okay, or what we call auspicious qi. Okay, so that is in terms of the household or the environment, okay. And of course, the lastly which is also very very important, okay, is human factor. Now, human factor here in Chinese we call it 人為. 人為 means that besides just cleaning the house, remember we have to clean ourselves. When I say clean ourselves, it's not only like just bathing, you know, like shower every day. I mean, we shower every day. I mean, I hope you shower every day, okay? But the thing is, when it comes to human, okay, lack of energy, it means that besides just physical body, there are three aspects that we have to clean in terms of human aspect. It means that we have to clean, okay, from the physical aspect, okay, mental aspect, and also in terms of like spiritual effect, okay? So spiritual effect is like energetically. And I realized that this is the part, okay, where a lot of like people, okay, miss it out, okay? A lot of people in a way do not actually follow this part anymore. They thought of like just make sure that the house is clean. Why? Because the house in a way represents, I would say, like, you know, our status. You know, a lot of people feel that, oh, Chinese New Year, people coming to my house, I better clean my house, make it as nice as possible, so that in a way it is nice. Okay, right, all the Chinese decorations and everything is there, it is nice, okay? Now that part you are only in a way, like in a way cleaning, okay, the physical part of the house, but not the energy part, not energetically. So there's a difference to it. And today or tonight, all right, I want to share how to also do from these three aspects, like physically, mentally, and also energetically for a human side. All right. So of course, those of you who go to temples, like if you go to like my temple Yiling Yu and all that, right? Okay, you will know that before Chinese New Year, after winter solstice is when we actually urge everyone go to the temple, do prayers to cleanse your aura or cleanse your energy. That's when you go, you will do all the like in a way tearing of the nets. We say 改天落地網. You will go and like in a way do prayers to remove all the negative stars. We call it like in a way like 解十惡大白. 十惡大敗殺. It means like all the 36 like negative stars, okay, whatever that you are associated with, you go and in a way do prayers to cleanse it. Cleansing time is always done between like after winter solstice, okay, towards before Chinese New Year, okay. That is in a way from the heavens perspective. So on the human perspective here, okay, so remember we have to cleanse ourselves physically, mentally, and also in a way energetically as well. So when I say energetically, it means that we have to clean ourselves emotionally, because like in a way the emotions here are energy in motion. So our body, what brings, okay, or what circulate the energy in the body itself is the emotions that we are carrying with us. So in terms of spring cleaning, right, these three aspects are very, very important.
Okay, just one question here by Chumpon about altar cleaning, right? So she wants to know whether when the altar is clean, we clean the statues as well.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so when you clean the altar, okay, you clean the statue as well. Just like when you clean your house, you clean yourself as well, right? After cleaning the house, you will go and take a shower and you will bathe, okay? So after cleaning the altar, you will have to clean the statue as well, okay? And of course, there are different ways to clean it. That one, I would say that really depends on how extensive or how elaborate you want to go into. Remember, the statues, the Buddhas, Jesus, okay, Guan Yin, okay, Buddha, all these, they are not as, how to say 小氣, small gas. They are not as petty as human, you know. Okay, they are not petty. Right? I know a lot of religions say that out of respect, you have to use a certain things to cleanse them, whatever. I mean, for me, if you ask me, you don't have to go into the extent. If you want to, just take the whole entire Buddha and put it under the sink and then wash it. That's all. As long as you're doing it with a pure heart, okay. All right, as long as you do it, okay, you wash it or whatever, if you don't follow the procedure, okay, it is totally fine. They won't blame you for it. Remember, they are Buddhas, you know. They have achieved a certain enlightenment, okay? They have achieved a certain level of wisdom up to the level that all these things, okay, they won't go into kan gai gawa, like small matters. They won't really, like, in no way be angry of it, okay? So really, how extensive you want to do is really depending on yourself, okay? All right, so that is not important. But yes, you have to also clean the whole entire statue and the whole altar. All right, so up to there, now that all of you know that there are three ways of cleaning, okay, I mean three things that you have to make sure you have to clean, okay, heavens, okay, earth, and also man. So today's session itself, we're going to focus on the earth and human side, okay, the prayers and all the things. Now I'm not going to focus tonight because we have limited time, but we're going to focus on the earth part, which is the feng shui part, and also the human part, which is our physical energy or our mental, okay, based on the 12 animal sign, ways of doing it, okay, and how to, in a way, pay attention, what sector of the home, okay, that we have to pay attention during the spring cleaning itself, so that in a way it can enhance or matches with next year's sort of like, how to say, advancement, okay, how to benefit, okay, most, okay, out of the energy from the earth and the human perspective. Now, the next thing is, okay, we also talk about like the different ways of spring cleaning, right? Okay, now different ways of spring cleaning in terms of earth perspective, the household, okay? Of course, right, a lot of people knows that you have to buy brooms, okay? You have to buy brooms and mop and all these things. You just have to wipe and clean everything. I'm sure that one everyone knows that, okay? Up to like your level of cleanliness, okay? So that is very, very, like I would say, normal. Now, the thing I want to share now is, remember, your home or your house, okay, besides its physical appearance, okay, that can hold on to dust, okay, the most important thing of feng shui is it also has a energy, I would say, a collection, okay, of things. That's why the purpose of feng shui is all about. Our house, okay, or it can be the office and all that, it holds on energetically, okay, to whatever energy that we have been exercising or whatever energy that we have been contributing into the house for the whole entire year this year. So when it comes to spring cleaning, to select the date that is suitable to clean it, okay, we also have to remember cleaning the home energetically is very important. All right, so now the question is, okay, how to clean the home energetically. So this is like you require more than just like doing your sweeping and your vacuuming, okay, or your like cleaning of all your like sofa covers or your curtain covers, okay. I mean, it is more than that. Energetic cleaning, you need something, okay, to purify the energy at home, okay. So this is something that we have to, in a way, pay attention to as well. Because if not, right, people will always tend to like sweep it as clean as possible. You will see that there are some houses, right, wow, very clean, squeaky clean, okay, no dust at all. But if you are sensitive to energy, you go into the home itself, right, okay, or you go into the house itself. It's just a house, not a home. Let's put it that way, okay? There's no, I would say, like light energy. There's no warm, light, fluffy energy that you, when you go in, you feel like homely. You see, having a house or going back to a house or going back to a home is a totally different thing, okay? A home is the energy that is in a way gathered in the house itself that gives you that very
welcoming feeling.
Yeah, welcoming, love feeling. That is the energy we're talking about. So now the question is like, how can we actually cleanse our home energetically? Because cleaning physically, I'm sure all of you know lah. If you don't know, like, you can learn,
or hire someone to do
hire
it.
someone to do it, okay? All right, so you just have to sweep and all that. But the thing is,
Clean, wash.
how to actually cleanse a house, okay, in terms from a feng shui perspective, to make it feel like a home, to make it, in a way, cleanse the energy so that new energy can reside in it, okay? Do you want to chip in on that, okay?
Okay, the key method basically is to use the metal element, right? Especially when it comes to sound.
Yeah.
And then after that, combining that, once that is done, of course, with smoking, using incense, lighting frankincense and things like that.
Yeah.
Right, combining basically the fire element and also the metal element together.
Yeah.
Right, which always generally works quite well in a balanced perspective.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So the thing is, okay, always remember, when you want to cleanse the house energetically, there are many ways that we can use to do it. But during spring cleaning, I will always say that the two, I would say, methods to use the best is using the metal and the fire method. Okay, I mean, you can use, of course, like, you can use, I say, you put plants and all these things, because wood energy, okay, it can be purifying. Like, you can put water features or some water energy can be also, in a way, cleansing. Water supposed to cleanse, but during spring cleaning, we want to focus on using metal energy and also fire energy. Now, why is it so? So what is it exactly? So first of all, you need to use metal energy first. Now, remember, we want to create a home, okay, to have that fluffy feeling. Just now Amy says that you like that word fluffy feeling. You feel good inside, you know. Everything is like the energy. Why fluffy means that it's not condensed, it's not intense, it's not like clumped up together. Okay?
Light.
Yeah, so you want light
open.
energy. Yeah, because the energy is light, it means that it is not accumulations or dense energy. So in order to do that, right, okay, we need to use metal element when it comes to feng shui. Okay? So the metal elements, what's that? Oh, there's a fly.
There's been a fly, if you notice, I've been moving my hands, right, all that, right? moving things around.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it landed
Because
right
it's
on the
getting-
lens.
Now, okay, Mei
Okay.
Chan was asking, okay, how to use matter energy, what type of equipment? Now, you see, if you have at home, okay, like most of my students or my followers, you know that, okay, like even up to Egypt and all that, you know that we bring along a lot of like metal, I would say, cleansing instruments like the gong, okay, made out of bronze, okay, and different other metal materials, okay. You can use the gong, you can use the Tibetan singing bowl. Now, not the crystal type. The crystal type of singing bowl is not in a way associated with metal energy. So you have to use the Tibetan bowl, all right? So for this cleansing energy, you can use like a lower grade of bowls, it doesn't matter, okay? Because it's like for the house. But of course, I would say that, okay, if you are investing in I would say a Tibetan bowl or whatever, might as well you get a better one so that not only it can use to cleanse it, but it can also in a way work to refine it, to tune it back. Okay, so that's the difference. You see, there are many cheap bowls available. I mean, if you use metal energy, for those of you, let's say for instance, if you do not have a singing bowl, trust me, you can use your stainless steel pot.
Yeah.
Use your wok, okay? All right? Use your
Recess
wok.
bell.
Yeah, use your like, you know, you get an ice cream bell, okay?
ice cream bell,
Anything
yeah.
as long as a metal, or you can knock your probably the dumbbell metal together. You just knock it together. You want that clanging metal sound. That is metal energy. Now, but the difference is, okay, the cheaper versions of the singing bowl, or this like you are using a pot or using a wok, right? It works, okay? So don't get me wrong, you don't really have to get a high-end singing bowl for this. All this clanging of these pots and everything, it will work, okay? But the thing is, okay, it is not a very refined tune. It is not tuned to a certain soothing sort of like frequencies, okay? So it helps you to break things apart. It doesn't help you to realign it. So why we're using Tibetan bowl is, okay, because we want to realign it. You see, all of you, I got so distracted because now everyone wants to buy a Tibetan bowl. Wait, okay? Yeah, let me finish this first because I do not want all of you to just like, oh, Jessie say buy Tibetan bowl and I'll go and buy. I have 2 shipments. You know, I spent one whole entire month in Tibet. I mean, not in Tibet, okay, in Kathmandu, Nepal, to sourcing for all these things, okay? And I've already got it. I've already got it shipped back, okay, ever since June. But the thing is, okay, I never really, in a way, share about it or sell it is because the time is not there yet, okay? So the thing is, as I mentioned, okay, if you want to get any singing bowl outside, there are plenty. So always remember, if you just want to like, see, why we need metal is because we want to break the energy. There are some energy over the year, right? Like 5 yellow, your 2 black stars, okay? All this strong, nasty or strong
Heavy.
energy, heavy energy. If it got cluttered in your house itself, right, you want to first song joy. Those of you, right, okay, if you have tried some slimming sort of like services and all these things, I'm sure you know. Any slimming spa or whatever, right, if they find that you have stubborn fat, so what you need to do is you have to, not to say disintegrate, how to break down the fat first. Right?
Yep.
You have
Break
to
it up.
first break the fats, okay, then after that, then only you need to, in a way, like flow the fat out. Either you burn it, okay, because if it's too chunky or too lumped together, it is very difficult for you to actually get rid of it, okay? So the purpose of metal here is to actually break it down. Break the energy and make sure that it is not as like heavy and or not as dense up, okay, right, comparatively. So you use metal. So either you use a gong, Tibetan singing bowl, or you use tuning fork. But the tuning fork itself, I don't recommend as much is because tuning fork, it doesn't serve that loud sound. It is not loud enough, okay? You want like really a bowl that when you clang it, right, okay, it almost the entire house can hear, okay? Or the gongs, you can use this, okay? So these are the things that you can actually, in a way, consider using. Now, one thing is I do not, in a way, recommend all of you to get a Tibetan singing bowl if you are not into sound healing. But what I recommend for every household to invest in is a tingsha. I'm not sure whether you have heard about tingshas or not. Okay, so tingshas is like 2 symbols like that. Okay, like 2 round metal plate. Okay, and you clang it together. So once you clang it together, right, it will give you a very loud, okay, high pitched metal sound. Again, for those of you in Malaysia, you can go to like Chiang Kai, Petaling Street, and all those things, right? There are plenty of them. Okay, and it's very cheap. Probably you can get it for 30 bucks, 30 ringgit, okay? Like 20 ringgit, maybe some, if after some bargain, okay? Or some 50 ringgit, you can get those, okay? So this one are the tingshas. It's like, you know, it's like the 2 symbols like that, but you clang it together,
Yeah.
it gives you a very high vibration. Now, this is the best for house cleansing. Why? Because normally it's very small. It's just like, you know, in Chinese, you go to the temple, you have this like what we call goi bui. You know, the sing bui, where you throw it and you see one close, one open like that. So it's like almost like that. It's just cling on the string together, okay? And normally the best place to keep it is something high up, sacred, like the altar and all that. So you keep in the altar for the entire year until you do a spring cleaning, okay? After you clean the house physically, and then you use this tingsha to actually go around the house itself and like clang it together. And that particular strong vibrations of metal is going to help you to break this heavy energy of feng shui into like loosen it up. Right, so that is very, I would say, like important. Now, I do have tingshas, but you know, I don't carry those like 20, 30 ringgit per Petaling Street sort of like stuff, because my tingshas are in a way part of for feng shui practices. Okay, so if you're interested, okay, we'll be sharing with my company WhatsApp number. You can in a way like connect. I don't have much. Okay, I think the most I can spare probably 10 pieces. That is where we bring it back from Kathmandu. Okay, so if you really feel like you want it, it's about like 200 ringgit per piece. Okay, because it's pitched until a very loud, high-pitched sound. Okay, so let's say for instance, if you're overseas, then you have to bear the shipping fees as well. Okay, if you're in Malaysia, it's easy. You can always just collect it. Okay, but the thing is, if you want to buy outside, but Jessie, 200, roughly 200, well, so expensive, you know, to buy the tingsha, then you don't have to get it from us. As you know, I don't sell cheap stuff, okay? Because for me, it's all these things, I use it for myself and also my clients, for my feng shui clients. So this is the highest quality that we have scouted, not only in Kathmandu, in fact, everywhere that we go, okay, we actually scout for this, all right? So therefore, if you want, you can actually leave a message. I only have 10 to spare. All right, but it's okay. Let's say, for instance, if I don't want to get this kind of knot, can I get a cheaper one? Yes. As I say, you can use your pot to do it. It will have the same effect of breaking the heavy energy, but it will not help you to retune the energy of your home, okay? So that will be the only difference. So you use the tingsha. Firstly, you go like, assumingly you clean the whole house already. Now you go into different sectors of your house, every room, toilet, kitchen, okay, like living rooms and all that, okay. So you go and like I only, Florence, thank you, but I only have 10, okay. So yeah, I will not be able to cater to all of you, okay. So you just have to, in a way, first come first serve, because there's only limited. It's very heavy, okay. So the thing is, you see, when you clank it, the whole house, okay, right? The whole house after you clank it. Now the singing bowl, I have it. It's not cheap. Okay, it's a dolphin bowl, but I'm not selling it. Sorry, because I cannot just sell the bowl for house cleansing. Okay, that one is wait until I have a workshop to teach you how to use it, because the bowl, in a way, is not only used for house cleansing. It's also used for body aligning. Okay, it's a healing bowl. So for the bowl, I have 2 big boxes of it, but I am not selling it for house cleansing. Okay, so if you want, try to get yourself a hand on the tingshas. Okay, so don't rush to get a bowl. Really, man. Oh my God, this is okay. Don't rush to get a bowl. Remember, okay, like yeah, you just get a tingshas, or like in a way, just get any metal. I mean, if you have already a singing bowl, any singing bowl at home, okay, you can also do it. All right. So once you have cleansed, okay, let me continue this. Once you have cleansed the whole house of the tingshas, using the tingsha to cleanse it already, then the next thing is you can, in a way, smoke or smudge your house. Now use fire. Now the fire part, if you're Taoist, okay, you can use, you know, kemenyan. You know, Malaysia, we have a lot of kemenyan that normally they pray at the La Tokong there, okay, right? They'll put there, okay, and you can actually light it and have a smoke coming in, as long as we want fire energy, okay? But it needs to come in a smoke. You want a smudge, not candle, because candle, you light it, is fire energy, but it doesn't, in a way, work that well. We want a smoky energy, okay? So either you actually, in a way, use either some incense powder, okay, and light it, and then go around your house to elevate. Now you remember the fats has been break down, okay, the energy, tense energy has been loosened up, and you use this, in a way, smudging effect of fire to smudge it so that you elevate all the energy. That is how you do it. You can use kemenyan. It's very, very cheap, right? One big packet you can go is like okay, whatever, the Pudu market, underneath this, like, you know, the famous lam min, you know, the famous lam min, underneath the big I would say flyover, okay, Mei Ging lam min, next to it there is like a very man bo, okay, there's a big shops, okay, that's used to be a long-term friend, okay, from the temple, right? They are selling all this like prayer sort of like stuff. You can get your kemenyan there, right? But let's say, for instance, if you're my student, those of you, you know, we use what? Frankincense. Okay? So if you want, like, I don't want all this, like, cheap grade incense where I don't know what material it adds in, you want something pure. As you know, I only use pure things. Even in Egypt, we use frankincense. We burn frankincense, okay, for the student. So the thing is, if you want, yes, Katie, use the frankincense, but of course, frankincense is more expensive, lah, okay? So you can use the frankincense, then burn it with a charcoal, and then start smudging your house. That is energy transformation. But let's say, for instance, if you do not use frankincense, you do not have the the frankincense resin, you can also use, in a way, sage, the white sage, you know, the bundle of white sage, okay? Or you can also use like Palo Santo stick. Now, I have sauce. You see, the thing is, a lot of you might be thinking, is like, wow, Jessie, you're going to enjoy holiday in Spain for so long. You see, it's not only holiday, you see. We're doing a lot of saucing here, okay? So for those of you later on, you will know. There's a lot of things, you know, I do with pendants, I do with crystals, and I do with a lot of all this, like, in a way, sage, Palo Santo, okay? Right? All this, like, in a way, like a wood. Now, let's say, for instance, in Malaysia, you can get, like, example, like what we call, like, tan hyang. Tan hyang is what we call, what do you call in English? You know the tan hyang?
Not sure.
I don't know what it's called in English. Can someone, like, let me know? You know, like, you know, Kiki will always come and, like, buy the tan hyang one. Because Malaysia, Indonesia, we have a lot. What wood is that? I forgotten what it's called
Is
in
it
English.
agar wood?
Agar wood, I think, maybe. You know, those wood, because that are the wood that are highly, in a way, okay, available. Sabah, Sarawak. Sandalwood. Okay, yep, sorry. Thank you so
Not
much.
agar wood,
Okay?
sandalwood.
Yeah, sandalwood. Okay. So those are the wood, like, sourced highly in Indonesia, Sarawak. Example, okay? So those are the ones, if you buy it in Malaysia, okay, you know the supplier, it will be more affordable. But they are, like, example, Palo Santo, okay, we talk about, like, in a way, like frankincense, it will be at Oman, okay, in Oman, okay, that's near the, I would say, the Arabians area. So when it comes to European, okay, example, there are certain crystals, there are certain, like, in a way, like, example is like Palo Santo stick and all these things, right, okay? It is cheaper here comparatively to Malaysia. So therefore, we have to come here to get certain crystals, okay? We have to get certain, in a way, purifications items. So those of you, if you want to purify using frankincense, okay, that will be good. Now, always remember, you use frankincense, okay? That is the king of oil. That is like one of the highest, in a way, sought after sort of like purifications material, okay? Or if not, you can also, in a way, smudge with like Palo Santo, or you can also use white sage, okay? Or sage lah, okay, can, all right? So these are the things. Or if not, like, use your kemenyan, okay? Right, it still do the work one. Don't worry about it. It still do the work. Its only thing is like how far you want to go. You want something more pure and intense, okay? Then you use all these natural ingredients, because this is not processed. This is all natural ingredients, and you burn it. All right? So these are the things. Now, in case those of you is like, but Jessie, all these things so expensive, okay? I want to try. I know so many of you are first timers. You want to try smudging your house, okay? But maybe I don't want to try, like, maybe like to pay a fortune, like getting all these things. It's fine. Palo Santo, I don't think it's like one stick of it is good enough for you to use it, right? Okay? Probably, I mean, if I really can negotiate the sauce, probably, right, one stick, we can always sell it like what? 15 ringgit? One stick itself, all right? Right, agar wood is okay, but agar wood, if you really good quality agar wood, it will be very expensive. Yeah. Okay, all right. So if I say, for instance, like the Palo Santo stick, okay, if we can really get it, it's probably about, I will be selling at 15 ringgit. Okay, right. The thing is, if you use it, then okay, it's more affordable. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, but I'm not sure. Okay, because we're still negotiating, because we are buying in bulk. Okay, you know, like I negotiate one. That's why we are spending so much time in Spain here. All right. So these are the things that you can do. All right. Remember. And then after that, right, okay, once you have like smudged it, then only your house, in terms of feng shui perspective, it is elevated, okay, of all this heavy energy. And that is the true cleansing. Now, I've shared the dates with all of you, okay? The dates are on my page, which later on, I will share again in both English and Chinese version. All right, so you can, the date is available, English and Chinese version from the 23rd December, 26th December, okay, 6th January, 8th January, 12th January, 15th January, 17th January, and 20th January. Now, how to use this date? Now, you see, on the date itself, there are some dates that's written there with 3 stars. If you have a 3 star next to the date, those are the best dates to use. Okay, so use it. Now, I will suggest especially 6th January. This is something stands out. Even though you say that, but Jessie, that's a closed day. Isn't that a payat? A closed day is not a good day in terms of auspicious date selection. Yeah. If you want to start a business on a closed day, of course, that is not suitable, okay? But you're doing a spring cleaning. You want to close a chapter so that you can renew a chapter, right? You want to end something. You want to close something. You want to cleanse something. So on the 6th of January, I put there 3 stars. That is a very good date to use, okay? If you want to use it, even though it say clash with horse, but even though you're born in the year of a horse, if you can still use that date, please use it. Because a good date will not, in a way, counter you that much. But the thing is, you might accidentally break something when you are cleansing the house. So you have to be extra careful. Clashing you means that there might be accidents that will happen. The floor too slippery, you will slip yourself and you will fall and you will hurt yourself. Example, okay? But as long as you know, okay, and you be extra careful, then you can minimize it so you can still use the date. Now, I want to teach you how to use that diagram. 3 stars means these are the best date to use. I will suggest, okay, 6th of January. Why is it so? Because that day, you have Heavenly Pardon Star. Out of so many dates, that's the only day that you have a Heavenly Pardon Star. Right? So Heavenly Pardon means what? Pardoning. In a way, forgiving, releasing, okay? Whatever like wrongdoings, whatever bad things, okay, that have happened before. It is releasing that. But not only that, that day on the 6th of January, it also have what we call Advancement Noble Star. Advancement Noble means 盡神. Advancement Noble is a star that in a way pushes forward aggressively. Okay, it's a very, I would say, it builds a momentum. It pushes things, elevates energy and everything, okay, in a good way. Plus that day itself, okay, is a 甲子 day. Now this one, if you know 八字, you will understand. 甲子, yep, you can use that day to actually clean the altar too. Okay, so 甲子 means you see, we have 60 甲子. In terms of 八字, we have 60 different pillars, only 60. And 甲子 day or the 甲子 pillar is the leader, the top, the number one. Okay, that's why it's called the 60 甲子. It starts with a 甲子. It means that the whole entire cycle, okay, starts with a 甲子. It's a beginning. It's a new start. Okay, so therefore I have chosen 6th of January. Okay, it's a Friday. It's the best day. So that's how you use it. The rest of the one, 8th of January, 12th of January, and 17th of January, those are better comparatively to the rest of the dates which we have no star. All right, but generally every date it is usable. All right, and then the time frame. Okay, how to use the time? Example, 6th of January. Okay, right on the Friday. Now you can use the time frame between 7 to 9 a.m. It means you just have to start your spring cleaning between 7 to 9 a.m. Anytime. You can start 7:15, 7:18, 7:19, 7:30, 8:30, up to you. Between 7 to 9, okay, start cleaning and then continue to clean. Just continue to clean. Example, if you cannot, your house is very big, you cannot finish in one day, it's okay. Continue the next day. As long as initiated on that day, in that hour. The best hour is between 7 to 9. It's written there at best. Okay, if you cannot start this hour, then do between 5 to 9 p.m. on the 6th of January. Understand how to use the timing? All right, so between, if it's 11 to 1 p.m., it means that you start any time between this time frame. And once you have started, you can continue to clean as long as you are doing it every day. All right, don't like started it on a good day, do it one day, and after that, like, leave it aside for 1 week, and 1 week later then continue. Now, that one will defeat the purpose. You have to continuously do it. Even though you continue for half an hour the next day, it's still fine. You continue to do your spring cleaning every day, half an hour, 1 hour, until you finally finishes it. But if you want to do the metal cleansing, energy cleansing, and also the smudging of using fire, you can only do that on the day that you finish cleansing. All right, after everything is cleaned out, then you do the metal cleansing and also the smudging or using the fire element to actually smudge it.
Yeah.
So all of you understand how to use that chart?
Yeah. Speaking of which, there was a couple of comments here on the frankincense, right? Because this is spring cleaning using smudging, so it's actually the burning fire that's important. So it doesn't apply. You cannot use the diffuser, and you can also, the essential oil version of it isn't the one that we're talking about. In terms of frankincense,
Yeah.
you've got to use the resin that you burn.
Yes, okay,
Yes,
the
yeah.
resin, because we go as like purified as possible,
right.
and
We
then the
want the
essential
smoke.
oil, you don't have that smoke. It needs to go into a smoky effect. Okay, that's much that, because the smoke will go and penetrate into every, I would say, corners of your house. So you need to do that. Just now I was halfway talking about it. What if like people say that this is my first time joining you, Jessie? Okay, like seriously, I don't even know you, but whatever you say, I want to try. Okay, if you want to try it, you can use kemenyan. You know the kemenyan, and you can use a bit of spice into it. Okay, now spice means, okay, I have tried it personally. If you use kemenyan, especially if your house, you scared your house got moksat lah, any fleas or ticks or whatever, or like spiders, pests, okay, whatever. One of the way you can consider doing is use a kemenyan, and then after that on top you use dried chili, but be very careful, because once you burn the dried chili, you smoke with the dried chili, okay, it has a very good cleansing, purification effect, but it is very, very, in a way, like painful for the eyes, okay, especially if you use the kemenyan where there's a lot of smoke. And like, say, example, you put a few kemenyan onto that clay, okay, thing that you're burning, and then you put just like, how to say, a small bunch of like dry chili, like silkon, the dry chili, okay, that you have, put on top of it, and you smudge your house with it. But if you have kids at home, you have children and babies and or pets, please save them first, okay? Make sure they are not at home first when you do this, okay? It's a cheaper version of purifications. It will work, okay? But the thing is, it can be quite painful for your eyes, okay? So, and that is the way that, okay, is a method for you to force out all heavy negative energy. Right, it wakes up the whole entire home there. So that is the thing that you can use as well. All right, so far, any questions? No, right? As I say, okay, we prepared for this. There's quite a lot of
It's a lot of
information.
info
Yeah.
today.
Anything? Yeah.
Right. Shall we share that?
On the human side?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Just now we talked about earth side for feng shui, about your house. Okay, clean the house first or use the kemenyan. Clean the house first. Remember? Thank you for asking that, Maggie Yong. Always clean the house first. Means that physical first. Okay, physically make sure the house is clean first. Okay, then after that, the last part is using the metal first. Use the metal, loosen up the heavy energy. You have to loosen it first. Okay, use the metal, clang it, and then after that, then only you will use the fire, okay, to actually elevate. It means that transform the energy. Right, think about it. Chinese New Year, when you have this lion dance, when your house is clean and all these things, right? You invite the lion dance. What the lion dance do is they use a drum, they use the, the symbol, the chang chang. It's like very loud one, right? Okay, so they keep on doing this, right? Because it is supposed to purify your office and also your home. So when they do this, okay, normally traditionally before like firecrackers are banned, okay, so what they'll do, they will start to light what? Firecrackers, the red firecrackers, okay, the hong bao, right? Because that is actually, it creates smoke, okay? At the same time, okay, it is also in a way creating that, I would say, fire element, okay, to cleanse the house itself, okay? So that's why all these things are used traditionally. Right, so now we talk about the human perspective. So just now we talk about earth, okay, which is feng shui. Okay, now we talk about human. A lot of time people thought of human. After cleansing the house, the next thing is you shower lor, because you're dirty already, ma. Okay, so you shower yourself and you think that, okay, after showering and wear new clothes, especially during Chinese New Year, is considered cleansing. Now that's not it. Okay, wearing new clothes, yes, of course you wear new clothes because the new clothes got like hopefully no, how to say, accumulations of like too much of negative energy or heavy energy. But the thing is, okay, you need to also mentally, okay, cleanse or detox yourself, or energetically or spiritually lah. Energy, okay, or spiritual is the same thing, right? Also, energetically cleanse yourself. And this is the part I see that a lot of people like ignore. Okay, so they just make sure that, oh, I shower and make sure I wear new clothes. That's why the house looks sparkly clean, and they wear like branded new clothes, very nice new clothes, okay, and they come out. But the thing is, energetically the person has not done enough to purify themselves, okay? So this part, maybe you want to like share, or because lah.
Yeah.
You see when I talk, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then Gong Yu will be like,
there are many ways to cleanse, right? Besides physically, like Jessie was saying, physically means taking a shower and even like moving the internal chi, right? Doing exercise, sweating it out and all that. So that one, of course, is part of it. And then mentally, there are many ways to also refresh and cleanse. Meditation. You can also journal, for example, how to close up the chapter for the previous year and then move into the new year and all that, what to let go of and all that. So journaling is a great way to mentally do that. You can just meditate, contemplate. And also, you can do something like the breathing exercises in yoga, right? So that will give you the grounding and the reflection vibes and so on. We get in the zone so that you mentally basically let go of the old or whatever that's maybe actually let go of already, but now you need to mentally process it. And then after that, you basically be an open book for even new perspectives and mindsets for the new year. So that's how we do it on the mental perspective. Then, of course, energetically, good question, right, Leanne? So this is when you take it a step further, because we're talking about aura, we're talking about energy, which is not seen from the physical perspective. It's part of our subtle body, and this is where we need to, of course, take the initiative of doing things like salt scrub, right? Using salt to basically cleanse ourselves overall, right? And then there are, of course, the ways to do that. Then there's the 7 color flower bath that Jessie has spoken about before.
That one you have to search back. On my previous Facebook, I talked about using the citrus, different type of citrus, and also using the 7 colors to cleanse our chakras, different chakras. That is energy cleanse, and it's very, very important. Do that, and you will feel that immediately, energetically, or emotionally, you will say it for people who are less aware of their own energy, right? It's different. It will feel different after a salt scrub and also the citrus and the 7 colors flower bath.
So those are the main ones normally that Jessie has recommended, and I think many of you who have been following the practices and all that are already well versed with that. If not, look back into the previous sharings and videos. Then of course there are more detailed, specific energy clearance and cleansing and all that, which is more detailed, it's more in-depth, and usually also more personalized. So that one, I think we leave it up to you for your own exploration.
So overall, remember, physically is something that, shower, take a bath, detox, A lot of times you see, the Muslims do it is just right before, 1 month before they celebrate their Chinese New Year, they go into puasa. Puasa means fasting, So why do they need to fast? Because it's in a way energy detox, physically detox as well. So when you fast, for 1 month itself, you are in a way detoxing your physical body, So this is something that you can do physically as well. Besides just taking bath, you can actually in a way, where is it? You can actually in a way consider also like, detoxing, going into maybe like a juice detox, going into like a certain maybe like certain hours of fasting. So these are the things that you can do as well, because nowadays they have this intermediate fasting, which is in a way, technically it's not bad, it's healthy, and you can just do it probably like a few weeks before Chinese New Year, because Chinese New Year big feasting is going to happen. So you can do that. Exercise, sweat your sweat out and push your sweat out. All this is physically detox. Now energetically detox, as what Kong Yu has mentioned, besides the 7 color bath and all these things, right? The salt scrub and also the citrus. You can also consider doing energy healing. I mean, there are many probably like gurus out there. I don't have time for this, right? Maybe you can consider, I mean, if you know or you've been practicing this, you can go to a healer, a Reiki energy healing. Those of you who are in Singapore, you know that one of our students, Sally Flores, she do this, right? So you can actually do like either Reiki, or energy healing, or Qigong, when they actually help you to, in a way, cleanse aura of your body. So these are the things that you can actually do as well, right?
Right. That's just what. Are you going to cover this? Because someone was asking directions of smudging.
Thanks for that.
Right.
I really we miss it out. Okay, now remember just now, later I'm going to send again that particular chart that talks about every day, and then what time to use, on those auspicious day. All right, now remember, if you choose the dates, which is in December, means that 23rd or 26th of December, when you start cleaning your house, for the December dates itself, you start cleaning from the southeast sector. I say it again, remember, if you chose the date to start, in December to do your spring cleaning, either 23rd or 26th, start from the southeast sector. All right? Now, if you go into like January dates, from January 6th onwards all the way up to January 20th, you should start at the south sector. All right? So later on, I will share that particular diagram again, that photo again, of all these dates, including which particular sector specifically to start off, So these are the things you have to remember. If you choose to do it in December, southeast is where you should start. It means that you stand in the middle of your house, take where is your southeast direction, go to that sector. It can be a toilet, it can be a kitchen, it can be a living room or a bedroom, So whatever it is, start from there. Then do whatever you want. Just start from there and then continue on. All right? But for those of you who chose the January dates, go to the south sector and start from there. All right, so
Okay.
all good. All right, so now I think maybe we want to look deeper into the 12
will.
animals. You see, I told you it's going to be long because I really want to share all this information. So once and for all, at least I record it into my page so anyone can listen back to it. They can understand what exactly spring cleaning is. All right.
Okay. So that was
Okay.
the first half. Okay, so 50 minutes onto the live today.
It's okay. The second half very fast one. Okay,
so
faster. I talk faster.
yes, we're into the second half, right? So here we want to basically go through, based on animal science, right, and the requirements on how we can best work with our personal cleansing, right, and also a little bit of a tip on the feng shui aspect. That means how do you best spring clean which area according to your animal sign and what you need for the year.
Yeah, just now Chun Pon was asking, let's say if you start at southeast or south, do you go clockwise? Up to you. But of course, if you can go clockwise, then go clockwise. But if not, it's okay. As long as you start at those sector, okay, and you continue whichever that's more convenient to you. All right, as long as from that sector.
Okay, let's cover this first. My wife is pregnant. Do you recommend spring cleaning?
Yeah, I do recommend. Okay, the thing is, you see, of course, okay. I mean, to me, I don't in a way believe. You know, last time I got 4 kids, okay? So every time you're pregnant, so people say you cannot eat this, you cannot eat that, okay? I cannot even hold a scissors. Imagine, but of course, you think I care? I mean, touch wood, okay? I don't, because they say, that, oh, if you hold a scissors, okay, right, you come out, you have that cleft mouth, okay, whatever, you cut the mouth of your child, whatever, okay? I mean, to me, I do not believe in this sort of things, okay? And I do not want to associate with fear. In fact, whatever that we are doing, okay, greatly is, okay, like try to overcome the fear that is overwhelming in the society, okay? So these things is good for us to follow. Culturally or traditionally, it has been passed down for us for a reason, okay? But the thing is, if you want me to believe in taboo is something that I personally do not buy into, okay? So let's say, for instance, if your wife is pregnant, yes, you can still do spring cleaning. But I would just say that for safety purposes, I mean, if you suddenly turn the house, like in a way, like household into like, you know, you take out everything and everything is messy and you might have like mopping or washing the floor, it will be slippery and all that. I mean, if you're a pregnant lady, you might accidentally just slip and you'll hurt yourself or you will fall. So for that case itself, probably it will be good for her to just stay in a room, or if not, probably stay somewhere else, okay, when you're doing the spring cleaning. You know, like sometimes like some people, like they see people spring cleaning, they also want to help. Like for me, okay, I was pregnant and I was helping in a temple. So we carry oils and foods and other things. And people say, hey, you're pregnant, you cannot carry heavy stuff. But I do it anyway, okay? But some probably, in a way, if they do it, they might hurt themselves or they might hurt the baby. They say it's like the pool or whatever. So for that case itself, right, they will prefer not to do it because they are afraid that, you know, normally, traditionally, the pregnant ladies are supposed to be the one doing the household thing, okay? Like imagine now it's traditional, you're talking about a few hundred years ago. The house pregnant, who's going to do? Ask the husband do, Cannot, And that time, no maid, for average household. So that's why pregnant don't do law or no need to do law. But nowadays it's so different. You're pregnant, you can sit there, cross your leg, and probably you have like a few maids at home to help you to do. So that's really no matter. As long as a person remember, they cannot you know, sometimes women, they're so used to doing all the household, right? When you see your mother-in-law doing or your mom doing right, your children doing or your husband doing, and then you feel like you also want to do, you carry things and all that, accidentally or like, you know, you might affect it. As long as you're aware of this and you don't do it and you make sure that the pregnant lady won't, in a way, how to say, interject with the whole cleaning process by like, you know, any risk to take a slippery floor or whatever, there's no issue at all. Okay, thank you for asking that. Okay, it's something that I really also want to share my opinion of this part. Okay.
SP, can I do it for a new house that I have not moved in yet? It is empty now.
No,
so
unless, okay, the new house itself, okay, you are doing it and you are moving in almost right immediately before Chinese New Year. It means that you clean it and then after that you will move in immediately. But let's say, for instance, the new house, you won't move in until like end of the year, okay? I mean, end of next year or months later, then you don't have to do it. You wait until when the house is complete renovation and then only you do like what we call the bai sei kok. Bai sei kok means like the cleansing of the 4 corners of the house before you move in, and that will do it. Okay, so you don't have to do it for Chinese New Year, and yet after that you are not moving in yet. All right. So yeah, any more questions?
Okay, if starting on 26 December, then stop and start again on 7th January. Is that okay?
Okay, but then start from different sector. Means the 26th December you start at Southeast and then you stop, because once you stop after 1 week or at least a few days, right?
Again.
You want to restart again, you use a new sector. So means the January one you have to start in a way on the south. But January 7 is not the best date here. So if you can, I would suggest start on the 6th of January. Okay, at least like night time, because 6th of January I give you 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Trigger it, initiate on the 6th January night and then 7 continue lah. Alright, so saltwater cure, I will dedicate another Facebook Live for this, like too many information. Alright, come back to here, in terms of animal sign.
Yes.
So animal sign, out of the 12 animal sign ranking, I segregate it into 3 groups, okay? Right, the group 1, which is what we call is like the lowest ranking, means like the last 4 animal sign, okay? Then I will have the top 4 animal sign and the middle 4 animal sign, okay? So here we want to talk about like, the first group is the lowest ranking animal sign first. So if you have like a rooster, pig, tiger or ox in your chart, or you're born in the year of the rooster, pig, tiger or ox, okay, so this part, is something that you need to focus on, right? Because these 4 animals are the lowest ranking. So first of all, lowest ranking means what? Too many inauspicious stars affecting you, okay, energetically, okay, or it means that emotionally it will impact you, okay. So what are the things that you need to focus on? On the lowest ranking one, remember, for the whole entire 2023, focus on different chakras, energetically from your body. There are different chakras: root chakra, sacral chakra, and also solar plexus chakra. Of course, heart as well, but most importantly, these 3 lower chakras, we call it. All right, so you want to share something or else, I will continue on.
Yeah, essentially, it's the first 3 lower chakras that you need to focus on, right? And then, of course, the ways that you can do it. So in terms of personal cleansing, the citrus fruits, that's one. Right, general scrub, of course, that's all over the body.
Yeah.
But when you talk about the fruits, that's why we want to focus on certain fruits and certain colors, like grapefruit, for example, because of its red, so that's good for the root chakra. And then the orange, it's orange, so that's specifically for sacral chakra. And then for lemon, right, it will be the solar plexus, because it's a yellow fruit. And then, of course, for cafe lime and all that, that's overall good. Including for the heart chakra as well.
Okay, so remember, these are the 4 animals that has the lowest energy sort of like impact, on 2023. So when you do the spring cleaning, do the house spring cleaning first, okay, then after that, do I would say, energy cleaning for yourself as well. So specifically, of course, you want to set, can I use like the 7 colors flowers, scrub, and also all the citrus that you recommended before, of course, by all means. But let's say, for instance, over the years, not only during spring cleaning, okay, so these 4 animal signs, okay, whenever you feel that energetically you're low, it means that emotionally you are affected, you're disturbed, okay, you don't feel happy, you feel depressed, you feel hollow, you feel empty, whatever it is, okay, more on the heavier side. Remember, get grapefruits, cut it into slices, orange, lemon, and kaffir lime. Okay, at least you don't want kaffir lime, it's okay, because not many people can find kaffir lime, but at least it's 3: grapefruit, orange, and also lemon. Cut a few slices, squeeze it onto the water, and make sure that if you're bathed up, soak yourself into it, okay, or scrub yourself, means that rub all these slices of fruits, okay, on your body, especially from the heart level lower. From your heart, your belly, your sacral, your hips, your legs, your knee, behind your knee, all this to cleanse the energy. It will help you to get rid of like, how to say, uncertainty, insecurity, fears, okay, self-doubt, so on and so forth. So these are the things that you need to do. Always remember, focus on cleansing and purifying your energy, because you have so much of negative, so-called stars, okay, impacting you. Right, so one thing is, in terms of feng shui perspective, remember, when you do a spring cleaning, okay, right, can you consume more of these fruits instead? I mean, you can, but I will want it to cleanse your body. You see,
At the chakra locations.
when you consume, it helps you in terms of that smell, because citrusy smell itself, it heighten. You know, when you smell citrus itself, right, you cut, that smell comes to you, it elevates a bit of your smell. I mean, elevates a bit of your energy, okay? It is good enough. But when you consume, right, your whole body, the biggest organ in your body is not directly impacted by it. Why? It goes internal straight, all right? And your senses will be highly reduced, because internally you don't sense, externally you sense. Your tongue, your mouth, all the senses you sense, okay? So the sensor that you have is all externally, not so much of internally. So why we need to scrub and rub ourselves with it is, okay, the biggest organ of a human body is the skin. Okay, so the skin itself is also, okay, what we call an element that is, how to say, in charge or responsible for detoxification. Okay, so you know that skin itself, it breathes, there's an in and out going on the skin. So when you rub these citruses onto your skin itself, right, okay, right, all the energy, okay, through the, all, how to say, the pores, okay, the pores on your screen itself, okay, your skin itself is going to help you to suck out, okay, the energy. It's like almost what we call the osmosis level. You know, something when you rub it here, it's going to suck the the heavy energy that's got stuck within your body. That's why I recommend, besides eating, right, okay, I mean eating you can eat anytime, okay, but do the bath, do the scrub with it. It will feel like different, okay? Like Svetlana says, the 4 fruits is like grapefruit. Can someone help me, okay, to type out grapefruit for your root chakra, okay? Then orange for your sacral chakra, lemon, yellow lemon for your solar plexus, and also green lime or kaffir lime, okay, for your heart chakra. Yes. So those are it. And pay attention for these 4 animal signs, rooster, pig, tiger, and ox, okay? Pay attention to the northwest sector of your home. When you do a spring cleaning, okay, when you do a spring cleaning, okay, make sure that when you clean it, northwest sector of your house is totally cleared, uncluttered, airy, and also bright. So you have to stand in the middle of your house and see where is your northwest. Make sure when you do the spring cleaning time, right, northwest sector is all clear, okay, it is also in a way airy, bright, okay, don't have a lot of things like stuck there.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's a question on whether you can use the essential oils of these fruits instead of the actual fruits. So the answer is the actual fruits is much better because they're fresh, right? And then they contain a lot of yang, right? Fresh energy that's from the sunlight and which is the biggest source of yang, cleansing energy.
Essential oil, I reuse it as well. Because the difference between, like, say, please ask your questions. We have all the time for you here, okay? But the thing is, you have to bear with me that it might last another 1 hour from now, okay? All right, now you see, I want to talk about, since you ask your questions, I want to educate. Now, essential oil is something that we use, but you pay attention, right? Essential oils, they never put it into a transparent glass jar. Example, you're a glass like this transparent. You hardly see a good grade of essential oil that will put inside this type of glass. Why is it so? It's always put into like an amber glass, okay, amber color glass, or a black, dark brown, amber, or black. Okay, why is it so? Because it's supposed to, in a way, protect the essential oil from sunlight. Okay, because the essential oil itself is exposed to sunlight, okay, because the essence of it will impact on the quality of the oil. In a way, it's exposed to heat, it will change the quality of the oil, okay? So therefore, when you close the oil, okay, in a way, in a jar that is dark or is amber or is black, right, okay, you reduce the exposure to the sunlight, okay? It means that every moment, ever since the essential oil is done up, okay, it reduces its yang energy. All right, where else, like you see orange behind me, can you see the orange tree behind me? All right, so orange tree and all these things are the trees that, in a way, lemon, orange, normally all these fruit trees itself, it will be abundance in like spring and summer time. The harvesting time is summer. Why? Because it's exposed most to the sunlight, okay? So the whole entire fruit itself, and you know that the more the fruit exposed to sunlight, the more beautiful it becomes one, okay? Like redder and nicer, okay, and all that. So when it's exposed to sunlight, the whole entire fruit now, okay, harness with it all this yang energy within it. So therefore, when we scrub with it on the fresh fruit, okay, it will help us to, again, okay, transform the energy within ourselves to make it more yang. I hope that answer your questions, okay? Right, thank you for asking the questions because that's how we learn. Now, the 4 animal signs, you see, we still have. Okay. Right, I just faster go through it. We talk about the pig, the rooster, the ox, and also the tiger, which is the lowest ranking. Now, those of you with a pig in your chart, okay, so you know that, okay, now, when you do for next year, spring cleaning and all that, make sure overall northwest sector, you make sure it's uncluttered, it is tidy, it is airy, and it is bright, okay, overall. But for pigs, okay, for people with a pig in your chart itself, right, remember, pay attention to star 7, which next year it will be at the northeast location. Because the pig itself, next year you have a lot of what we call petty people star. Bad poking star, 小人啊. A lot of bad poking, a lot of petty people, a lot of pettiness, gossip and stuff like that. So you want to minimize this when you do your spring cleaning. You make sure that the northeast sector or the star 7, okay, make sure that area itself, okay, again, make it uncluttered, okay, make sure it is clean, okay, don't get stuck up, entangled, a lot of like heavy and like kamoshima, we call it
cobwebs.
Cobwebs and everything, you know, sometimes people spring clean means people spring clean the surface. Behind, underneath, everything, right, okay, they don't really look into it. So remember, for those of you with a pick in your chart, northeast sector, okay, remove the furniture, really spring clean everything, clean it and push the furniture back. When of course, on a generic level, we refer to the year pillar, okay, ikang, but any pillars in your chart, if you have it, this might affect you. So you need to see, by the time, you see, all these informations are usable for all. If you feel that, no, actually, Jessie, from now I already sense there's a lot of pettiness, a lot of xiuyan, a lot of people trying to backstab me, a lot of all these things, okay? So if you feel that energy within you, pay attention to this information as well. So when you spring clean, make sure that the northeast sector, totally clean. Okay, so remember when you do the metal clanging and also the fire smudging, right, make sure pay attention to the northeast sector, smudge it gao. Make sure you smudge it and transform the energy to minimize this. All right? And then the next one is talk about rooster. Okay, now rooster itself, you have a potential po choy, breaking of wealth going out. So you have to pay attention, make sure your West 2 location, West 2. Okay, so for this one, where's West 2? I don't know. What's the degree? Google it. Okay, because I have so many information here. Okay, do a bit work on your side, or any of my senior students here, if you can get the degree between like West 2 itself, maybe you can share. But make sure West 2 location is what we call the year breaker is. West 2. Okay, so make sure the West 2 location avoid any sachi. So when you do your spring cleaning, right, you will have like probably some people rearrange furniture and all the things. So when you do your spring cleaning, remember rooster, okay, West 2 location, avoid sachi. So happen that you have a very artistic decorations that is like sharp and pointy, or you have a cactus, example. Okay, anything that's sharp and pointy or whatsoever that can have a tendency to emit sachi, avoid it to be at the West 2 sector. These are for the rooster. Following? Yeah. And then let's say, for instance, ox. Okay, ox is like you have the stars that will impact a lot of stress and a sense of loneliness in you. You feel that you are like lacking of help. Okay, people don't understand you. You feel stressed. Okay, so you have to make sure that the few stars, star 7, star 5, and star 2. It means that northwest, okay, northeast, and also your east sector. Make sure this sector itself, preferably, it is airy, it is bright, okay, uncluttered, and at the same time is thoroughly clean. Following? Okay, those are for the ox. Now, if you miss out anything, remember this whole session is available for replay. Just zoom in back to that particular sector and remember it again. All right. So those of you, if you can contribute, you can maybe like share, okay, and type it, okay, and share it onto the comment. And the last one is tiger in this sector. Tiger as health issue. So health issue itself, right, you have to focus on the star 2. So star 2 is on your east sector, okay? So the east sector for star 2 tiger itself, you make sure that for people with a tiger in the chart, east sector is uncluttered, okay? East sector is clear, is airy, it is bright. That will enhance in terms of the feng shui to help you after the spring cleaning, so that the whole entire year itself, right, no further negative energy are trapped at this sector. All right? So now we go to the next animal sign, which is like the middle group, okay? So the middle group, okay, the one ranking from number 5, 6, 7, and 8, all right? So these are the goat, the snake, the monkey, and the dragon itself, okay? So the goat, snake, monkey, and dragon. Now the goat have to focus, okay, star 1, okay, because the goat itself, okay, for the whole entire 2023, right, okay, you need to take things one step at a time. Do not rush things, okay, no rush. So what you need to do is, okay, make sure that focus on your star 1, okay, which is at your what we call southwest sector. Okay, so thank you, Stephanie. Okay, so southwest sector for the goat, star 1. Okay, to make sure that this area here, okay, right, and it's like no way everything is flowing and not rushing. So don't put anything too aggressive there. Example, aggressive like no way water feature, not suitable at the southwest sector. But if you put a very smooth, okay, like here we are looking at the fountain, very aggressive. Southwest sector for goat, cannot put a very aggressive water feature at your southwest, okay? All right, so make sure you put something flowy, something nice, okay? You can put like maybe like, it can be a painting of san shui wai, you know, everything like very nice, soothing. When you go there, you feel like your emotions also will calm down. Example, okay? At the southwest sector, that will help you. Now remember, try to avoid sachi as well. Southwest sector, okay, for the goat, avoid any sachi. Understand? Now the snake focus on star tree, okay? The snake itself, next year, you expect a lot of change happening, okay? You will have like, in a way, like what we call the sky horse star and all these things, okay? So in order for you to embrace this change itself, okay, change and growth is part of your endeavor, part of your focus, okay? You can consider after spring cleaning, prepare for Chinese New Year. For the snake at the star tree, which is the southeast sector, put a plant, a beautiful plant there. A plant that will grow. Don't put a plant that is difficult to grow. You know, there are different types of plants when it comes to feng shui. One of it to test the qi of that sector. So this one, if you put like, in a way, like the wealth plant, you know, the gamqin xu. These are the plants is like almost like a cactus type that is not easy to take care of, okay? So if it's not easy to take care of, right, okay, you put it there so that we know if the qi is aggressive, it is aggressive, it is sa qi, right, okay, the plant will die. So when the practitioners see the plant die itself, right, they know that, oh, this sector got sa qi. So what I want you to put the plant there is something that will easily grow, like man lin tang. You know man lin tang? That creepy clory, like, you know, the leaves, okay, like yellowish green like that. Okay, even indoor it will grow very nicely. You put bamboo, you know, the chukchu, okay, the bamboo, because these are easily, in a way, like growing. So put it into the particular, what we call, okay, where is it? The star tree, which is at the southeast sector. Southeast star tree, southeast sector. Why? Because this in a way to enhance auspicious growth. Okay, so this is at the southeast sector. So these are for the snake, all right? Right, and then monkey. Monkey focus on star 7, which is at the northeast sector. Okay, northeast sector. Okay, this is in a way wealth related. You want to enhance the wealth, okay, for the monkeys. Okay, so now this one use diffuser. Because the northeast sector, star 7 can become competitive. Things will become aggressive. Like people like becomes more competitive with you, okay? So what you need to do it at the northeast when you do the spring cleaning, after spring cleaning everything, okay? At your northeast sector, if you have a diffuser at home, you know, people talk about essential oil diffusers and all that, okay? Now put a diffuser because diffuser puts out the vapor, okay? The vapor is like humidity level higher one, okay, it's like water vapor there, okay, you put it into the what we call is like star 7 is a northeast sector to mitigate or at least minimize the impact of the star 7. Put all these things. If you have it, you don't have to purposely buy it, okay? I mean, if you don't have, I don't have a diffuser, then just put like in a way something like a water thing there, like change it, okay, every now and then also can. All right, so put some water, preferably in water vapor part of it. That will be good, okay, at your northeast sector. And last one, dragon. So dragon focus on north sector. North sector is the sunlight, is the star 9, is the fire energy, okay. So this is to enhance your sun star, okay. So at the north sector, okay, right, make sure that the north sector is bright. Okay, right, if you have a light or you put a floor lamp there also can. If you have a curtain, make sure the curtain is open, it is bright, okay, right? So make sure if you have anything covering the sunlight or whatever coming in that sector, okay, try to remove it during your spring cleaning, all right? Or at least if not, you can buy a very nice table lamp and put it at the north sector for the dragon.
Yep.
All right?
Okay, if northeast is a bedroom, can put diffuser.
Yeah,
well, yes.
Bedroom can put diffuser. Our home, right, okay, all right, our bedroom every night,
every
okay,
night
we will have the diffuser.
Also
right?
for the moisture and all that.
Yeah, okay, so you can put as well.
Yes, something that we can do on and off throughout 2023.
Can,
yes.
you can. You don't have to on it throughout, okay, on and off occasionally, especially when you feel it. Remember, when I talk about all these stars and how you use it, right, okay, even though I say dragon or I say monkey, but you know yourself, okay? What if you feel that, okay, I in a way, like, I feel like my wealth is like somehow people, in a way, try to snatch away my opportunity. People try to snatch away. Things are becomes aggressive, very competitive, right? You can also consider putting a diffuser at your star 7, which is at your northeast sector. Okay, so not necessarily only for the animal sign, but prescribed for the animal sign because chances of that animal sign having it will be higher. All right, so we go into last 4 animal sign. Okay,
Yeah.
but before we continue on, please do help me to share this particular session out so that it can benefit and help more people. All right, so the best. Okay,
Yeah.
so we now talk about the 4 best animal sign, which is the horse, rabbit, rat, and also the dog. Okay, so out of this 4 itself, now the horse itself, I want you to pay attention to, in a way, on your star 1. Now star 1 at your star, okay, which is your southwest sector. Southwest for the horse. Okay, now put water feature there. I mean, so-called, if you already have a small little aquarium, okay, you have like some water feature already existingly at home, so every time spring cleaning, you want to, they say, 天師執位, want to change your position a bit to make a new feel for your home, okay? So remember, if you have a horse in your chart, you can consider pushing this water feature onto the southwest sector, where the star one is, okay? That is for the horse, okay? And this will enhance your luck for 2023. Now, the next one is rabbit, because you see, all these four is the best animal. Your energy is already good. So we want to ensure that it will continue on, okay, to be at, in a way, kept at a positive level. So for the rabbit, okay, you can actually, in a way, avoid clutter at your west too. You see, rabbit itself, you want to focus on your wealth. Okay, you want to focus on your wealth. You want to avoid clutter to your west too. West too means like, okay, you are going through good luck. The West too is the rooster that have a chance or a tendency to clash you. Okay,
right.
So we have a chance to clash you. So make sure your West too do not clutter, do not have anything sachi there. Okay, so that is for the rabbit, right? And also focus on your south sector, which is the star 8, also the wealth star also. This is something that you can, in a way, focus on. Means focus on, make sure that area is also spacious, that you can harness the energy in. Now, the rats, okay, the rat is ranking number 2 out of the 12 zodiac animal. Very good with peach blossom. It means likability level, okay, connections, okay. Peach blossom is also good. So how to actually enhance it? Make sure the center of your house, means the whole entire floor plan, not your living room only. The whole entire floor plan, roughly where is the center of your house. Preferably, okay, the center is bright and open. Do not clutter the center of your house. Okay, so that is in a way in terms of the rats. And then finally the dog. Now dog, okay, you are the best out of the 12 animal sign. So make sure your home, this one can be used in office as well. Okay, so your house or your office, north-south axis, the whole entire axis itself is flowing smoothly. It is not cluttered. Now, you can have furnitures, you can have rooms in between or whatever, but just make sure the whole entire north and south axis is opposite each other. If this is your north, this is your south, probably it's from your bedroom all the way to your kitchen, okay? In between this axis itself, make sure that it's constantly kept, in a way, tidy, open, spacious, and not anything that clutter the flow of energy that exists between these two. All right?
Yeah.
So
And
having
then-
said that, yeah.
Yeah, and also overall, just an extra note for the top 4 ranking animal signs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That Jessie just went through the
Oh,
horse.
yeah. We forgotten that.
You
Yeah.
skipped to the horse, the rat, the rabbit, and also the dog. So you can also, once you've taken care of what Jessie has mentioned in terms of the feng shui part, and also the decluttering and then the space clearing, right? Remember, personal energy is also very important, right? So the good standing, the positive standing will probably cause those who have these animal signs to be already quite confident of themselves.
Yes.
So you can focus more on manifestations.
Yes.
On more
Right.
of the outward achievement, right? And because of that, right, you can also focus more on the higher chakras of the body, right?
yeah.
The throat, the
This
third
is
eye,
your year.
and then also the crown chakra, right?
Okay.
And this, for your personal enhancement, energy enhancement, there are many ways to do it. You can, of course, use frankincense, either the burnt version, right? Or also essential oils, for example, right? You can focus on other essential oils also, like Palo Santo essential oil,
eucalyptus.
or
Yeah.
eucalyptus itself. With Palo Santo, you can also use the actual wood that is burnt for the fumes. Yeah, and then crystals. There are
Yeah,
also
crystals.
certain ones that you can focus on. Right?
Yeah.
I'll let Jessie
Yeah,
explain
okay,
this.
the crystals itself, okay, for now these are the highest ranking group, okay, the first group, okay, where it's like horse, rabbit, rat, and dog. But let's say you feel that, hey, actually I'm not under this animal sign, but my luck, touch with Jessie, is not bad, okay, whatever I manifest, it really comes true. So if you feel that, you can also use this method, okay, so focus, okay, using crystals itself, you meditate using crystals, you want to wear certain crystals itself, right, focus on using amethyst, okay, that is for the higher chakras of the crown chakra, because it's all about mental, okay, amethyst, okay, the purple color stone, right, you can use also clear quartz, okay, clear quartz, these are easily available, okay, right, amethyst, clear quartz. Now the thing is, I want to recommend, okay, it's also Moldavite. Moldavite is a new stone. That's why the purpose of me coming, also this trip itself, is so to gather, I say everywhere that we travel to, we gather source, we go for sourcing of things, okay? And Moldavite, you see, I have my main sources of like a lot of like jewelry and all that in Hong Kong and also China. But you see, not all stones are from China. A lot of stones are not from China. China is when you go there for something that is like 手工, they say, because they're handicraft and all the things, okay, it's it's cheaper and it's nice, okay, due to technology. So we go there is because that we can source for cheaper versions of like 手工, like the handicraft workmanship.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. But for certain stones like mortarite, right, there's no mortarite from China. Mortarite is actually a part of a meteor, okay, that has been in a way landed on Earth about like roughly about like 14.5 million years ago, right? And it only lands in Czech Republic, I think former Czechoslovakia, okay? Czech Republic, only in this area in Europe, okay, you can find mortarite, okay? That's why the nearest place that we can get good quality, better quality, affordable mortarites is actually from Europe itself. All right, so just now I think someone says that, okay, she loves mortarite, right? I give you an example, okay?
Yeah.
Now, the purpose of us coming here also, of course, sourcing, it's very expensive. You cannot get the cheap mortarite one, okay? It's greenish in color, you can see here, right? This is actually, I would say, it's part of a meteor, okay? It means that it comes from the stars, all right? And it's landed on Earth itself. And mortarite is a very, very good crystals or stones, okay, for manifestations. It is associated and it can actually empower and opens up, okay, almost all the chakras, okay, in our body. So therefore, you see, if you have this 4 animal sign, the horse, rabbit, rat, and dog, or you feel that you are the person, let's say for instance, my Soul's Journey group, they work on their own chakra, they work on their energy, okay? They use the human stuff to overcome the stagnations of energy. Now, you can use this stone. It doesn't need to be big, okay? Because honestly, mortarite, you can hardly find big ones. If you can see big mortarite out there, okay, that's shiny or whatever, it's fake one, okay? So mortarite itself, because it's part of a meteorite, okay, normally you can just get a very small one. It's very powerful. You can use it, either you wear it, or you can use it whenever you are doing meditation. If you're in Europe itself, it is easier for you to get it. But remember, okay, it is not easy for you to actually, get the real one. There's a lot in the market that are fake ones, okay? It's just glass. Because mortarite is like a glass, okay? Right? It's this meteorite, okay, that in a way, have like landed on Earth itself, okay? Probably about like 14.5 million years ago. Now, the funny thing is, okay, mortarite, okay, it also has a name that calls the Holy Grail of stones, right? For those of you who listen, especially the Soul's Journey group people who are listening, right, you will see that everything, in fact, like the Holy Grail is just right in front of me. The church, the Valencia Cathedral is just right in front of us now, okay? We are seated there to do this Facebook Live. So in a way that mortarite itself, okay, if you want, you get it for this 4 animal sign, meditate, and in a way, do your, I would say, manifestations with it, okay? I do have a few pieces, okay, that we have like sources, okay, because we only look for good pieces. If you know gemology, you remember, mortarite itself, it cannot be super shiny, especially those, unless it's polished one. If it's a raw material like this, right, it looks matte one. Naturally, it will look matte. It is transparent, but internally you will see, right, naturally it will have a lot of inclusions because this is meteorite, right, okay, due to its like very fast, it's very fast power pushing down on Earth's surface itself, right, okay, right, inside it will be dirty, but you have a lot of natural inclusions going on, okay, so if you happen to be able to find it, right, please get a mortarite stone. All right, so the thing is, I do have a few, mortarite to bring back, of course, for my own use, okay? But I cannot sell it, okay? Priority will be given to my Soul's Journey group people, okay? If they are interested, priority will be selling to them because they know energy work. They do meditations with me. They've been to Egypt with me, okay? Because limited stock, I cannot openly sell it, all right? So, but anyway, right, try to look for it, especially those of you who are from Europe and all that. It will be, in a way, easier for you to source it. Please don't get it online. Don't go Taobao lah, what Lazada, please, okay?
Yes, yeah.
You will never get a good, a real one, not to say even a good one, okay? And remember, mortarite, right, there are many qualities, different grade. The external, because you see, when you have a piece of a meteorite like this, you have to cut. The stones have to be cut, okay? So the external one, the pei, they call it the skin level, is not the best quality, okay? So whenever you get the internal ones, okay, are better quality. So there are different gradings to it. All right, so these are the things that you can do, remember, okay? make the best out of your animal sign and the stars that is shining on you, okay, on this particular year that's coming ahead. I hope that with all this sharing, you have a clearer understanding, okay, of like how a spring cleaning or I would say a house cleaning supposed to be, a spring cleaning supposed to be. Remember, it is more than just a house cleaning. You need to clean it, okay, in terms of heaven, earth, and man, okay, and from the three perspective of mind, body, and spirit. All right. So for those of you who have just joined, remember to rewatch the whole entire session. I know it is long, okay, but I assure you, we put in a lot of effort to give you all this information, okay. I just really hope that it is worth your like 1.5 hours to rewatch it, okay. Learn from it once and for all and pass on the information. So do please share this out on your Facebook, or at least verbally share it with the people. And the next time, Chinese New Year, you talk to people that talk about spring cleaning, please share this information out. Because all we want is, okay, we want this information of understanding, the knowledge, okay, right, to be spread out. Not that like, no, I don't want like people going on and on again, having this blind faith or blind belief onto something, just doing something but not understanding what exactly they are doing. All right, so I really appreciate, right, so many of you. Thank you, Liam. Okay, thank you so much. Okay,
yeah.
Right. Yeah. So if you have any questions, please do ask it. Okay,
Yes.
I will answer your questions. Okay, and please do help me share this session out. Okay, so that it can actually have the opportunity to reach out to more people. And again, the same thing for those of you. Okay, if you have not joined me on my annual Feng Shui and Astrology talk, I really urge, because next year 2023 is very important year. Okay, the tickets we are selling now in both English sessions and Cantonese session. Okay, we have it on the January 7th and January 8th. It's 50 ringgit per ticket. Okay, for the whole day. You have a limited time replay. So I really hope, I mean, if you can, I really hope that to see all of you there. Okay, it's only 50 ringgit because it's also in a way subsidized and sponsored by J Group, Building Dreams Together. All right, so the link is actually shared, okay, onto the comment. Okay, do click onto the comment or the title of this particular Facebook Live itself. You'll be able to see the link and you can purchase the ticket. So I really hope to see all of you there. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please, this is your time. Ask me the questions. Any questions? Don't feel silly. Don't feel like, oh, will it be a stupid question, whatever. That I will answer, because that's how we learn. All right, thank you so much, Romax.
Thanks,
okay,
Romax.
thank you.
Yes.
All right.
So lots of information, like you said. Please do rewatch it, and like what Jessie was saying, please share as well. You can benefit the people around you on your timeline. Yeah, and then also, of course, please join us for the talk, right, on the 7th and 8th and January of January, and also. Even from now on and continuing into the new year, lots of info also to continue to be shared with you guys on both our pages. Right, Jessie Lee's page right here, and also on mine as well, Kong Yu. Right?
Yeah, Emily, I think some Emily
Which
asking about
day?
the dates.
Oh.
Emily Ngok, okay, we have already shared the dates. Later, I will reshare the whole entire photo of the dates in both English and also a Chinese version. So you have the list of dates, and I explain which date is better than the other and how to use the timing. Okay, so Emily, you might want to like rewatch the whole entire session so that you can understand what is it, how to do which sector to focus on, what animal sign, and how to do a proper cleaning in terms of physical house cleaning and also energy house cleaning for your house. All right, so rewatch the whole entire thing, and I will share with you, okay, if not tonight, probably tomorrow, right, 2 photos, okay, to tell you exactly all those dates itself. All right, so thank you so much, okay, to all of you. It's really wonderful. Any gemstone for now? No, I don't have any specific gemstone for it. Remember, okay? You see, I don't in a way recommend, okay, gemstone for an animal sign, okay, because that is very I would say surface. Thank you for asking it. For me, right, every gemstone has a specific purpose. Example, you use a pan to do a pan fry. You use a wok to do your fried rice. You use a pot to do your soup. Every tools will have its purpose, okay? So I do not recommend gemstone for generic animal sign, but I recommend stones for specific purposes. Okay, every stones will serve its purpose. So that is how we deal, or I personally deal with crystal. Okay, so I will not have like, oh, dragon wear this, okay, or let's say example, tiger wear this. Okay, I don't have that because I personally do not believe in that. But every stone is that. Example, now I introduce to you mortarite. Okay. It's not easy, okay, to find. It is a collectible item because you know that, okay, it is actually based on one meteorite hit on Earth itself 14.5 million years ago. You can search about it, okay? But due to this itself, right, you know the quality itself is getting lesser and lesser. and the price will just get higher and higher. All right. So the thing is, for now, we want, because you see, 2023 onwards is a very good year for what? Manifestations. Because this year, okay, the portal opens. So next year onwards is everything about manifestations, clearing of the chakra, okay, all right, and also manifest so that we can, in a way, get the things that, in a way, we want. All right. So I introduce to you using the motorbike. All right. Tibetan bowl. I have the stock, but I'm not selling it. Wait for my workshops, because it needs to come with a proper way of teaching you how to use it for healing purposes. Now, I want you, if you want to do for house cleansing, every house should invest on a tingsha. In hand, I do have only about 10, okay, to spare, right? But in case if you want, I'm not sure whether I can bring it in time, okay, to send in, okay, from Nepal, okay, before Chinese New Year, okay? I will try to order if there's a lot of demand, but I don't think they will be able to send it in time, okay, for your spring cleaning and Chinese New Year, okay? But let's say if you want to do it for future long-term investment, every house should actually have a good quality tingsha, okay? Because this is something that, in a way, anytime you can use it to energy cleanse and also cleanse the house. Not only for the house, but also for physical body as well.
As you can see, a lot of questions about the saltwater cure removal and all that.
Yeah, I have the saltwater cure removal dates. I already have those dates because we are working here. Okay, it's not only holiday.
Yes.
I cannot bear to like go sightseeing every day. It's not something that I will do. All right. But the thing is, I already have the dates. That one is I will only share it when I'm back to base in KL, because there's like some old videos that I want to reshare to teach you what is it whatsoever. Okay. Don't worry, the time is not yet now. Okay. So I already have the dates, and I will share once I'm back to Malaysia.
Okay, there's also a concern about whether the spring cleaning can be done before the saltwater cure is removed.
Can. You can. No worries. You can do the whole entire spring cleaning, okay? Then only remove saltwater cure. It's like totally two different things, okay? Because it's only that saltwater cure locations that you might be missing. Because once you remove the saltwater cure, then I will give you a date to install, okay, the next year one as well. All right, so you can always do the spring cleaning first.
Okay.
All right.
And a final question from Peggy. This is a pretty good one. The animal sign chosen for spring cleaning is based on the head of households.
Okay, now that one normally I will just say is that it is based on the breadwinner of the house, whoever that actually has a more, I would say, more importance or power, who wears the pants, okay, at home itself, okay. But overall, you see, the dates that we have chosen, right, okay, like those are all good dates. You don't have to choose it based on your animal sign, right? The only thing is like, let's say for instance, like a pig, you have to be careful of like some petty people or whatsoever. Then you pay more attention to a certain sector, make sure it's uncluttered. So this one, it can work on a few people. For example, he's a tiger, I'm a dragon. We can work on make sure that two separate sector in the house itself is clear and uncluttered. But choosing the date to start, I would say, the house cleansing and all that, okay, it doesn't really matter. You choose the date that's best. Example, 6th of January, I highly recommend. Right, even though it clashes with horse, okay, but it doesn't matter. Remember, those dates, it clashes with you. It just means that you have to be extra careful when you're doing the spring cleaning, because you might accidentally slip and fall or break something. Okay, that's the only thing. So it's like you don't have to choose it based on the household head, okay, right, to match the party or whatever. It doesn't need to. Those dates are best for, in a way, spring cleaning. All right.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
So thank you so much to all of you. I know this is very, very long. Okay, so thank you for your patience. Again, please do help us to share this out so that it can actually reach more people. Okay, and please do remember whatever that I've shared with you, right? Whenever you have the chance to go into the topic, people talk about it, please share the light, help other people, okay, to understand this topic better. Explain to them, okay, what exactly they're doing, okay, rather than just blindly doing it. It's just because our parents do it or our parents' parents do it. All right, so thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Yes.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay, and
Take
I'll
care.
see you again very, very soon.
Adios.
Bye.